So if you're interested in DADGAD tuning, D-A-D-G-A-D, this song, Everything I Own, is a good song to learn that tuning in. So we start with a standard tuned guitar with two E strings, and we're going to drop both those E strings to D. And we have a D string on our guitar, so we'll use that as a reference point. Then we have a B string, and that needs to be an A. So we have a D, A, D, G, and this needs to be an A, and then a D. So we'll drop this B to an A. We have an A. We have an A on our guitar already. And that's the basic sound of DADGAD. It's a D suspended 4 chord. So this song, like hundreds of songs, uses the 1, 4, 5, and 6 chords. The 6th chord is a minor chord. So in the key of D, that's going to be D, G, A, and B minor. And so D, we have a D suspended 4 chord, but if we want the sound of the major third, then we can find that in a few places, but this is one of them right here at the 11th fret on the 3rd string. The 3rd string kind of controls, for me, whether I'm playing in major or minor a lot. So right here, so at the 12th fret, if I bar that, it's the same as open. It's going to be a D suspended 4 chord, but to make that suspended 4th, which is in the 3rd string, you know that sound. Suspended 4, resolved to major 3. La, la. It's actually a beautiful sound that our ears kind of crave. So we find our major third right here. So one way I play a D major chord is just to fret the 3rd string at the 11th fret. If I do a harmonic at the 12th fret, the harmonic is a D suspended chord, then I can resolve it. Another way I can kind of get rid of the suspended 4 sound is here at the 7th fret. On the 3rd string, that's another D. So this makes it into a power chord. You only have D's and A's. This way, here's another way to do that. We get an A right here because it's a G string. So we get an A at the 2nd fret. There's another power chord there without a 3rd in it. So if I want to play my D major chord here with some open strings, I can get my major 3rd sound right here on the 4th string. I got an A there. Or if I just want to mute, the 3rd string, I can lean this finger against it and get a major 3rd sound there. So there's my 1 chord. And I can fret at the 12th fret also and get that D chord. Fret the bass strings at the 12th fret, and behind it get the major 3rd. So there's another D chord for you. Then the 4 chord is going to be here at the 5th fret, and that's our G. So we can always fret these 3 strings and get a chord. It's a power chord. It just has the D and the A. D, A, D. D, A, D open. In G it would be G, B, D, G, D, G. But to get that third, I need to fret this string back here. So I bar with my middle finger, I get that third behind it, then I have these beautiful open strings, and that makes a G add 9, which is just a nice chord. And then that's our 4 chord. Our 5 chord then is going to be our A chord. So we need this major third behind it. So I fret with my middle finger, and then these open strings give it a sus4. But if I add the major third, then it would be called an add 11, I think. But whatever it's called, it's just a nice sounding chord. Back to the D, A, G, D, and then the B minor, we bar these 3 strings again. So a power chord, what they call a power chord, doesn't have a third in it, so it's not major or minor. It's ambiguous, so you can use it for either one. So if you're having trouble getting this minor third behind it, you can just bar this and mute that third string, and just bar these 3, and that'll work. It'll sound minor to our ear because we're expecting a minor chord on the 6th degree of the scale. But you can get the minor, instead of having a major third, you drop it a half step, and that'll be a minor third, but then you still have to bar these. And sometimes I have trouble getting a clean bar with this finger, so I'll just get a good solid bar on these 2 strings, which is the 1 and the 5 of the chord, and then I'll get my minor third back here. There's our 6 chord, minor 6, major 5 chord, major 4 chord, and with the open strings. All D's. Minor 6, major 5, major 4, 1 chord. So we have the 4 chords for everything I own. It's also the 4 chords for literally thousands of other songs. So let's work on this little melodic theme that happens 3 times in this song. It's a good principle for playing in DADGAD. We're focusing on the 3rd string, which solves a lot of problems for us. So the melody is going to be all on the 3rd string except for one place it goes to the 4th string. So here at the 11th fret, 7th, 6th, and then it goes to the 4th string, and then 7th fret, and then back to the 3rd string, 4th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 4th, 7th, 6th, 9th, and then 7th. So the chords on those are D, and then A, G, so we have our B minor at the 9th fret. We have our A at the 7th fret. We have our G at the 5th fret. And then the 3rd string at the 7th fret. The rest of the strings open. We have our D. We also have our D with the 3rd string fretted at the 11th fret. So we have our D, our B minor, our A, our G, and our D. Alright, so let's try this together. So the song is just fine without this intro, and you can just play the chords if you'd rather, but I will play the intro in case you want to.
I give to be pure in heart and pure in flesh and bone. What would I give to be pure in heart? I'd give everything I own. I'll rid my whole house of its demons of lust and open the windows of trust. And out of those windows all fear will have flown, and I'd give everything I own. And what would I give for the words of God to come tumbling from the throne? What would I give for the words of God? I'd give everything I own. I'd open my head and they'd roll right in. When I opened my mouth, they'd roll out again. They'd uproot the weeds of the deeds I have sown, and I'd give everything I own. And what would I give for my children's strength on the day they stand alone? I mean, what would I give for their strength to stand firm? I'd give everything I own. I've wasted my life in accomplishing things, ignoring the giver of wings. Lord, teach them to fly to the foot of your throne, and I'd give everything I own. And the titles I hold, my passions, positions, possessions, and gold. To God they must look like a thimble of foam, and it's everything I own. Dirty rags is all I own. So I stand before God with my truckload of hay. Just laughs but says there is still a way. Because Father, forgive are the words Jesus moaned when he gave everything he owned. When he gave everything he owned. So what would I give to be pure in heart, for the known to be unknown? I mean, what would I give to be born again? Thank